For all of you who listen to Submersion and own an Android device, go to the Google Play Store and download the Podcast Republic app. It's a fantastic app that allows you to get all of your favorite podcasts directly on your Android device. I personally use the app and I love it. I can search for the podcast I want to listen to, select it as a favorite, and have it just a click away. Make sure you select Submersion as a favorite so you don't miss any of our new episodes every Thursday. Again, the app is the Podcast Republic app, available on Android devices. What began as an innocent conversation among friends would soon spiral out of control and later be referred to by future generations as the eighth wonder of the modern world. Mac East Studios takes you on the journey of your lifetime as your captains, the artist formerly known as Brom, Jamie the Ointment, Kyle El Capitan, and the Gruesome Twosome present Submersion. All right. Wow. Thank you for holding on to all of you listening on the stream real quick. You're going to have to hear some weird stuff. We're back, like the movie, the dinosaur movie. Is that what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I am.
where the guy gets eaten by the crows and all that stuff.
Yeah, dude. You know the movie, the fucking awesome animated movie that won an Oscar?
Did it really?
Fuck no.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even.
I was like, what?
An animated.
The movie was terrible.
All right.
It was okay.
It was whatever. It's no
Sound.
Iron Giant.
So
But
do we hear this? Are we the good? Or do you hear us?
you guys can hear us?
All of us?
Pippi Longstockings. Did you hear that? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
They can hear us.
Beetlejuice.
They can
Nice.
hear us.
All right.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and just
Are we talking Beetlejuice?
get this going. This is going to be, I know you guys are used to like some crazy wild streams with all kinds of just great stuff, but tonight we're going to keep it so basic because things have been so screwed up. So I'm only coming out of your left headphone. That's wonderful.
I'm going to interrupt. I got to interrupt. Can
Yeah,
I interrupt?
Interrupt, man. Interrupt.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt.
Did we get that?
They hear
Did
us?
we get that?
I can hear it.
Yeah.
So now, this is the type of content we're doing tonight, gang. We're live. Thursday night, Submersion. Talking about movies, trivia. Three guys. You know what I'm talking about. You like it on Twitch. If you're listening to this right now and you're not watching us live on Thursday nights on Twitch, check us out, Mackie Studios, live on Twitch. Again, that's Mackie Studios, live on Twitch. We got cray stuff.
At least we're started, right?
Yeah. We're started. Episode 137.
Woo! Finally.
That'll be a new thing. We haven't delayed it that far into the episode ever, but we will today because it's wild. It's a wild day. So yes, you can blame me. Everybody who's been waiting, blame me for doing something. Maybe you
Kyle.
can blame Zach because he got me pretty excited about some voice mod thing. And I stalled it and seemed to just really fuck with everything.
It crushed your computer.
It did. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the hell happened, but I've got a pretty high end computer, and it like was just spinning up like crazy. I'm like, even when I run high end games on it, I've never heard it do that. So I don't know what just happened.
The people were disgusted.
Oh yeah, wonderful.
Great.
Oh my
But
gosh.
we're good. We're good
Yeah,
now.
we're good.
There's three of us.
We are good.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this was almost a Jamie and Zach hour.
Oh, yeah.
But Kyle showed up at the last minute just to spoil a first time ever event.
So what's the nickname?
did, I'm sorry.
Did you decide on a nickname that we would have? I mean, obviously, everyone seemed partial to ZJ, right?
That's my
What's
favorite.
what's a ZJ?
What's a ZJ with Jamie and Zach? Love it.
Right.
That could be a
But,
whole podcast.
But a dynamic duo, something with duo, delightful duo, delectable
If you have
duo.
to ask, our chat's
Wasn't it
blowing up.
delicious? Wasn't it delicious duo?
Well, that was my first one, but there's all kinds of Delightful. Did I already say that one? Probably.
You just keep saying the same words over and over again.
Delicatessen duo, because we like delis. Zach, you like delis, right?
Yeah, I've been there before.
He had to think about it, Jamie, which means...
Well, I'm trying to get something that, that's really... Oh, wait, that's not... Is that working? Can you guys hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can hear some, I don't know what's going on. That's better. Here we go. What the hell is going on?
I don't know how to turn this off. Okay, I'm good.
The rest of the episode. Oh, boy.
Still learning.
Post-award.
Post-award.
Should we try to get into this since we wasted so much time with some technical issues? Or no? Do we want to keep on shooting the shit?
Before we get into it, I've got kind of a serious note. I know we don't tend to be super serious on this show, but this is something that affects my brother, my family especially. It is Autism Awareness Month, and my niece, along with some other very serious rare genetic diseases, does have autism. And you can, if you are able, go to themeritmovement.com and you can buy a shirt that will help support her medical bills. That is themeritmovement.com. TheMerritt movement.com. I just wanted to get that out there just in case anybody is able to. She's going through things that nobody should ever have to go through in their lifetime. So I know it's a serious note, but it's important.
No, well said. Well said. Well said.
All right. So, yeah, Zach is a little wine drunk already. See that in the chat?
No, don't say that. Wait, who's saying that? There's
that
so
was
many...
good. Have you been working on that from your sound clips and all that type of stuff?
What's that? What I just did?
That sounded like the one.
It sounded like, I'm sorry, Kyle. It sounded like a little bit of this.
You're playing the whole clip?
It's a whole clip. There it is. There it is.
There it is. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Wow. If you guys listen to this show and you haven't watched that clip, do yourself a favor, go out there and watch that clip. It is hilarious.
How do you find it? What would you Google? Clip?
We'll post it on Twitter. Jamie, have you seen that video?
Yeah, you've shown it to me.
Let's send that out to. We're gonna send that live. Our guy, our one of our co-hosts, Alex, is out. He's been on. What do they call that? Not on demand. What do we call that? On
location.
Scene? On location.
Assignment.
He's been out in the Middle Eastern Ocean, across from the Atlantic and the Pacific and the North Atlantic, and he's just
like Jamie's eyes.
Those are the stupidest things I've ever said. He is getting there it is. Boom.
He's got
posted
it.
In
there
chat.
It is.
And you know what? If you're listening to this and you're not watching us on stream, well, then you need to watch us on Twitch, because you would have seen what my guy Alex just posted. And
do me a favor. Look at this.
Nice.
Look at the chat. Look at
the
chat.
And look at this. Our movie this week. Kyle, hit it.
In honor of Easter Sunday and the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
Can I just do a quick? Can I interrupt, Kyle?
You want to cut in?
Yeah.
So sorry to interrupt.
So this week we watched Mechanic Resurrection over Easter weekend. Like you said, Kyle.
I like that. That was way more intense and religious sounding than how I did it.
Mm-hmm. Religious sounding.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Amazing. Yeah. So, anyways, stars. Do you want to say who it stars in?
What?
Your voice?
Oh,
Yeah, dude, special
voice.
voice.
In the voice
Yeah.
I just did?
Yeah.
All right. Who would Wait. How far down the cast list am I?
Just the first, just one, the top.
Jason
Well, you can go. There's
Stratham,
there's big three. There's big three.
Tommy Lee Jones,
Right.
and Jessica. I'll be back again. Alba.
Yeah.
Dark
okay,
Angel
good.
herself,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know. I don't know what that means, but is she in a show, Dark Angel or something?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Anyways, yes, it stars those three. Jones, Jessica, I'll be back, Alba, and what do you call him? Jason Statham or something?
Straight
all
ham.
three of them. Oh, straight ham.
He's going
All three
straight
of them.
ham.
Yeah, that's the joke.
He does
That's
go
it.
straight
Got it.
ham. That's all he knows how to do, right? Is just go straight ham. He's never
true.
like relaxed. Anyways,
Yeah.
let's get into it.
I will ask
We've been
a couple
going forever.
questions up front before we jump
Yeah.
right into the recap. One, anyone ever see the original Mechanic?
No.
No,
Ever seen any Charles Bronson film?
No.
Okay.
no. Didn't I give you one?
Yeah, that was
On
on VHS.
VHS?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And then ever seen the first Mechanic starring Jason Statham?
Oh, no.
No.
Okay. I just wanted to
Isn't that
say
what you
because I've
just
got a lot
asked
of
us?
background with Mechanic.
Did you,
and you guys
Jamie?
seem to.
Did you?
I watched all those before I watched this one the first time, which I saw in theaters, and then I just watched it again, obviously for this podcast. I just want to get that up front. Second, Zach, do you have a guess? Kyle texted about this movie that he knew there was one scene that Jason Statham, clearly the only reason Jason Statham signed up for this movie. What is your guess for that scene? That is the sole reason that Jason Statham may have signed up for this movie.
I feel like the one scene would have been when Jason put his sweet, sweet hands.
Oh, that's true. I know what you're talking about.
Do you? What is it?
Put his sweet, sweet hands on Jessica Alba's butt. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, I see. That's not my guess. Kyle, is that correct or wrong?
Yeah, my guess for is basically what he said. There was like a topless tussle in a bed, and they're just making out like crazy. He's like, that's why he's doing this scene or this movie.
I had a different guess. I'll mention it when I get to it, but it's very Jason Statham specific in terms of Jason Statham trivia. Does anyone have any, like, if you said one kind of fun fact about Jason Statham, what would it be?
Can I guess?
Yeah, you can
Can
guess.
I guess real quick?
Yeah, guess.
Is it the scene where he hits the woman in the face with the table?
No, that has nothing to do with actual fun fact. I said a fun fact, Kyle.
That's abuse, Kyle.
I'm talking fun fact.
Well, he's like
not
something
fun.
specific. And I'm like, I
Kyle.
don't think that's a thing, but I'm like, maybe that's the one. I don't know.
I'll get
There's
to
no
it
way, though.
when we get
It's
to
got
it.
to be something
All right.
ridiculous because he's all about like high energy, high octane, and I don't.
You're talking about me. I'm all about high energy, high
Yeah,
octane.
Jamie,
I got
he's
high octane,
high octane.
fun facts up here, energy up here. Let's go. Mechanic Resurrection. Okay, for those who don't know, Mechanic ends, and basically the person that the mechanic is, his apprentice, he realizes that Jason Statham has killed his father, and he decides, I'm going to kill Jason Statham. Wrong move, bro. So he basically sets this all up. He gets a gas going, and he explodes the car that Jason Statham is in. And everyone's like shedding a tear in the theater. We're like, oh my God, Jason Statham's dead. And then he goes and he finds, though, a note in a car. This is played by Ben Foster. That says, like, you lose or whatever. And the car explodes. And it turns out that video footage at the end shows Jason Statham rolling out of the car real quick right before the car explodes. So he escaped. And you see him kind of ride off into the sunset at this point, having killed everyone, basically. So you know at that point, despite a giant failure of a movie, that they have left open the door for Mechanic Resurrection. So that's where we're sitting. We're sitting, and the mechanic has faked his death. Everyone thinks he's dead. Uh-oh, or do they? He's living life. He's in Brazil. He's looking cool. He's got a shaved head. He's Jason Statham.
Dude, he's got a life that a lot of people want, right? This dude is living on a sick boat.
Right.
just playing vinyls, and that opening song was pretty kick-ass. I turned my speakers up because it's like, oh, this song is legit.
Kyle, you got a clip of that?
There's no clips. They're all basic.
You know what? With everything going on tonight, we are not doing any clips. We're not doing anything.
No. Don't listen to him, fans. Don't listen to him. I got a clip. I got a live clip from that movie, and it's amazing. Are you guys ready for it?
Yes.
I'm ready.
It's a good one. So that plays in the background as he's on a motorcycle. He's driving around, no helmet on. I'm like, be safe, bro. So he heads up to the restaurant in Rio de Janeiro. And he's hanging out. Everyone knows him. They're like, hey, Santos, what's up? And he's like, don't even worry about it. I'm the best. He sits down. Someone sits with him. He's like, whoa, I'm not into this. And, and she's like, basically like, I know who you are. Here's like a video. We have a, picture of you on my phone. I know who you are. Also, you're going to do 3 jobs for my boss because he knows you're here. He knows you're not dead. He'll keep it that way if you kill these people for him. So you ready or what? And what does Jason Statham do at this point?
He hits a woman in the face with a table.
Right. He takes a table, hits her in the face. He then proceeds to destroy everyone in the restaurant, basically. He sees on a camera, there's even more of these baddies, these thugs coming up after me. I'm going to quickly jump off the ledge of this mountaintop onto the top of a cable car. So he's on this top of this cable car. They all pile into the cable car. They're like, where is he? But they hear him up there. And they start shooting at him. They start climbing up there, going to like go and get him. And he's looking around. And he's like, there's no escape. And then the audience is like, yeah, obviously he's going to die. Then we'll get the new mechanic resurrected. He'll be a zombie. Zombie movie. Ready for it. Loving it.
That'd be... Can you imagine if that's the direction this went?
That would have been great. Instead, what does he see?
10.
What does he see instead?
There's somebody out there hang gliding.
And he's like, obviously I'm going to jump on this hang glider. Don't even worry about it.
And dude, I'll tell you what, the woman who is hang gliding was almost unaffected by like 150-pound dude jumping onto her.
This needs to be Mythbusters. They need to Mythbust this now.
They do.
Yeah. They need to see if you can have a Jason Statham-sized person jump off of a cable car like 100 feet onto the top of a hang glider and not have that hang glider fold up like a paper airplane.
Oh, dude, that thing would just...
It'd break it in two. Yeah, it'd be done. Anyways.
They'd both be dead.
Yeah, so he survives. And he's like, okay, I got to go where I know I'm going to be safe. Where is he going to be safe? Thailand, where he apparently learned Eastern medicine under the guidance of this guy, whose daughter now runs the scuba/wedding venue on this like random remote beach. And she's like, your house is still here. Because he's like the best. He's like, he saved her life. And this is the thing. He goes, he's like, he's got good at heart, even though he murders everyone. Like he's got a gold heart, he's a heart of gold or whatever. And they keep the house for him ready for him. It's like, okay, you haven't been here back for a while, but it's nothing's changed. Don't even worry about it. So he's hanging out in Thailand. And of course, right away, they're like, basically, she's like, no one's even around. Right away, the next day, he looks out his window. Who's walking around? Jessica Alba. And he's like, suspicious. And I was like, also like, that's super suspicious. Come on. And she goes in and she's like, oh, can I get some first aid? Don't even worry about it. Like, definitely don't worry about the fact that I have bruises all over my body and all that. And I know you have like a superhero staying here. Don't let him rescue me. It's fine. And she heads back to the boat. And that night, she starts getting beat up on the boat. And you can hear it. And she runs straight to Jason Statham, or the owner of the place, to Jason Statham to be like, rescue her. And I'm like, of course, I'd be like, no. Because this is clearly a setup. Because I arrived in a completely abandoned place where no one should know me or no one should be here. And all of a sudden, there's someone who needs rescuing by a mechanic. What's going on here? It's a very mechanic-specific situation going on right now.
Oh, it is. I mean, dude, the guy, if this is a setup and they're acting, I think they're method actors, because the dude's like kicking Jessica Alba straight in the face.
Yeah,
it's
also
pretty intense stuff.
He does get murdered immediately, which is probably not ideal for someone who's like setting him up, you know?
Yeah, I know. Not, playing your role a little bit too well.
Right. That was actually the thing. I did. What I appreciated about that was like, it's kind of like the idea of like an amateur going into the ring with Mike Tyson or something, where you'd probably just get your head knocked off and you die like immediately in the ring. Here, this guy tries to fight Jason Statham, trained assassin, and Jason Statham does like 2 moves, and the guy like falls and hits his head and dies. And it's like, yeah, it's probably realistic, actually. That's probably exactly what would happen.
Speaking of that, you guys excited? I don't know when the heck the fight's even going to happen, but Mayweather Logan Paul, that's gonna be fun.
I just hope no one has to see someone die, like live.
There's gonna be a lot of.
Anyways, they bring Jessica Alba back. He finds on the boat her like passport and also a phone and his pictures on the phone. And he's like, okay, jig's up. So he goes up to her and he's like, yo, you got my picture on phone, clearly set up. Like, what's going on? And she's like, okay, fine. You make me admit it. Okay, I was setting you up. But it's not my fault. He took literally a bunch of children hostage. So you can't blame me. And Jason Statham's like, yeah, I don't blame you. Also, let's smooch. And also, let's like go to a wedding and like dance and like do cute stuff like it's a rom-com for like an hour. And I'm sitting there being like, I mean, I guess I wish this would just turn into a rom-com because that'd be hilarious. But otherwise, why are we wasting so much time on this?
That would be pretty great.
Yeah, any time they could have veered into it being super weird is probably great. Like if they could have veered into it being a zombie movie, great. Veered into it being a random rom-com between Mechanic and Jessica Alba on a remote Thailand island, cool. But anyways, they start to
combine those two.
Yeah, so he's getting like in his feelings a little bit. He's looking in the mirror being like, who am I? What is happening? Because he's like feeling it with Jessica Alba. And so he's like, okay, I just got to keep you safe. Like they wanted to trick me into falling in love with you. Well, guess what? I've been tricked. Done tricked. Paint me tricked. Because I'm now in love with you. Let's get you out of here. I want you only to be safe. And in a hilarious sequence, he's like, I've set up a boat for you tomorrow. Then they're like walking on the beach and like a whole shitload of people are just coming on boats and they literally do nothing. And just all the people come on the boats,
weirdest scene.
Grab Jessica Alba, capture her, take her away. Jason Statham fights for like 2 seconds and he's like captured as well. And like that's the end of that whole situation. Like
that made no sense to me because like they were so lax and obviously should have been concerned.
Yeah, they should have left. Maybe they should have left that night when they knew that something was going to happen the very next day.
You would think so.
Instead, they're just hanging out and a bunch of people come and abduct them. No big deal. So anyways, he's got on this, the whole scenario has worked. And there's a whole exposition scene that happened before this as well where Jessica Alba's like, Jason Statham, why is this happening? And he's like, I was an orphan and I was taken in by an East London or whatever, like gangster he trained us to be soldiers and I escaped, but like this guy Crane didn't and he always blamed me for abandoning him and now blah, blah, blah. So Crane is like, you abandoned me. I'm keeping her hostage. Now you're going to kill these 3 people for me or else. And Jason Statham's like, fine.
Well, but dude, you remember at first he's like, there's no way I'm going to do this job. I'm not going to kill these people. But then he just gives them one target at a time.
Yeah.
And he's like, shit.
Yeah. And he's like, also,
I gotta kill these people.
Make it seem like an accident, which is, given what actually happens in all the scenarios, is a hilarious thing to have been said. Because none of them seem like accidents.
Especially not the first one.
No, the first one is very clearly not an accident. And they're like, it's very important that it's an accident.
Second one, potentially.
Maybe.
We can get to that.
I don't know.
Anyways, dude, this is where shit starts getting wild, and it's great because where's first target? Malaysia.
Yeah. So
he's going to Malaysia.
It's what we call,
and he gets there
in the BMT biz. So I don't know if you guys know, but I have a website. It's called badmovietwins.com. That's badmovietwins.com.
What's that called?
Badmovietwins.com. But in that, we call this either, because this is like the modern road trip movie, right? Like where you go from place to place. You could also call it globetrotting. And a lot of modern action movies like Hitman, Agent 47, the XXX sequel that came out, or I guess the third one in the series, it's not just one spot. It's not like, hey, terrorists taking over this train. You need to like take back that train, which is awesome. They instead say, you got 6 targets. Make sure you go to Antarctica, Australia, India, Madagascar, and Ecuador. And everyone's like, cool.
Just completely all over the place.
Yeah, it's like, great. So that's what they do here. And they basically, first one, Malaysia. You got to get this impenetrable prison. And he's like, I'm pretty sure I can penetrate that prison.
Dude, and the way things get so good here because he gets to Malaysia, and how do you really know that he's in Malaysia? He's sitting in a hotel room, and he has some like officially stamped folder. It said Malaysia's Most Wanted on it. I was like, who's got this folder? He then disguises himself as a pedophile because he looks like him.
Yep.
And he's like, I'm gonna.
One of them's like super cool thief, gets all the ladies. He's like, well, I don't look enough like him. And he gets to one. It's like super creepy pedophile, and he's like, damn it, the only bald one in the whole pile. God damn it.
Yep, that's who he's gonna be. But don't worry, before he goes, he's also gonna buy shark repellent.
Got to.
And that's when I was like, this movie's off the chain. I don't know what's going on anymore. Yeah.
So anyways, he gets he basically just walks down the street and like spits on a police officer, and they're like, you're wanted. And they throw him in this like impenetrable prison. And he's in, and he's bringing all this stuff. He's bringing in like a bomb to get out. He's bringing shark repellent to swim away. And he's bringing, what else does he bring? That's basically it. It's basically stuff to get out.
Cigarettes, man.
Yeah. But he needs all this stuff to make sure he can escape after he kills the guy. And then he's like sitting around, and the very first day, he's like playing chess with someone. He's like, what's up with the Krill? That's the person he's supposed to kill. He's like, oh, Krill's like surrounded by his bodyguards all the time, and people want to kill him all the time. And he's like, okay. And he's like, especially that guy with that weird prosthetic arm that looks super crazy. And he's like, okay. And like the very next day, the guy with super crazy prosthetic arm pulls off the hand from his prosthetic arm. This is a knife. And he's just like running straight at Krill. And out goes Statham to stop him. And he stops him. And basically Krill's like, you're cool, man. Come to dinner with me. And Statham's like, I don't like the company. And Krill's like, yeah, who needs bodyguards? Just me and you. For like, it's like a real cool date for us. And Statham's like, awesome. And then he gets right into that dinner with him. And basically, like, Krill is like doing all kinds of drugs or whatever and doing some like weird stuff. And so all of a sudden, Statham is, again, keep in mind, very important that this is an accident. This looks like an accident, just an accidental death. Because then Statham basically strangles him to death, proceeds to pour a bunch of cocaine down his throat or whatever, heroin or something, to overdose him, and then sets him up. The bodyguard's here, and they come running, and they see and say, hey, let the man, like, pray. And he's praying, but clearly, like, totally dead. And they're like, okay.
Because he's articulated the corpse in a way, like having him, he's got him, like, tied up in a way that you would walk in and be like, he was straight up murdered. Straight up,
yeah,
this is not an OD.
What accidental death could possibly happen this way?
He did not bind his own hands and jam a stick through his arms to maintain his praying posture.
No,
that
it's stupid.
Did not happen.
Yeah, and then they set up. Then he's like, okay, the alarm's going to be going off. Time to escape. He sets up an explosion for the thing. So not only is now it's like, yeah, it's weird. The same day that Krill was, well, I guess accidentally died as some kind of praying ritual. Also, a wall was blown open and someone just jumped out and escaped. Isn't that weird? What a weird accidental death that has occurred. So anyways, he jumps out. This is the scene that I thought, Kyle, you were referencing as being why he signed on to the movie, because Jason Statham, noted Olympic hopeful in diving. I thought you were referencing his diving history and saying he wanted to dive in a movie, because I would guess this is potentially the only time he's ever been able to show off that talent in a major motion picture.
It was a really good looking dive.
It was, and that's what I thought. But I mean, I guess I can understand that what you were really referencing his, sex scene with Jessica Alba.
Whoa!
Yeah. What? You're saying it's not a sex scene?
I'm just saying it was short.
Yeah. Anyways, he swims out.
No, wait. Do you mean?
This doesn't match. This is weird.
Got that devil voice on.
No.
Wait, what did I have on?
You had like the devil voice on.
Oh fuck, that's terrible. I'm sorry.
Anyways, he swims out, and this is another. I mean, at this point, the movie's kind of fallen apart from like a narrative, and everything is just like super weird because he swims out, and they're like tracking him, and they're like, okay, he's under the boat. Bring up the net, and they bring up the net.
This guy is also swimming at a pace of
Incredible
like a
pace.
killer whale.
I feel like actually multiple times in this movie, he was swimming at a pace never before seen by human beings. There are different times where he was looking. He came out of the water in a different scene, looking at a boat, fully going as fast as it could go. Goes up and then swims up by the side of the boat, and it's just like that boat would be so fucking far away from you at that point. There's no way you can swim up to it. So.
No, dude. Yeah, I mean, I loved it. Like, they're sitting there watching him on the tracker, and like the tracker's real time. Yeah. And I don't know, it looks like he's like a mile away, and he's like, beep, 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 beep. Yeah. Like, he's here. I'm like, what the hell?
And they're like, pull up the net. They pull up the net, and there's nothing in the net. And they're like, what? And he's like, are you looking for me? And they turn around, and I was like, you just climbed up the side of the boat, and everyone's like, what? Oh my God, he's like a superhuman.
Didn't understand that part at all, too. Like, what's it matter if you get up in a net or you get up on the side of the boat?
I don't even know. So anyways, he gets a little video from Jessica Alba. He's like, phew, she's okay. And they say next target is Adrian Cook. This is the one that I think even years after having watched this in theaters, I remembered the most was this kill, because it's basically like he's this Australian like arms dealer, and he's like real egotistical. So he lives at the top floor of this giant building, and he's got this crazy pool that extends out into the open air. And I'm like, well, lucky for Statham that he has this crazy pool that he swims in that would make it perfect to kill him using. And so anyways, he sets it all up where he gets like an apartment below. And he climbs up, and he's going to drill into the bottom of the pool, set some chemical reaction for it to break, and then have him fall out. And obviously, this all goes swimmingly, pun intended.
Oh, look at him! What are you waiting for?
Swimming.
Pun intended.
Sorry.
I got nothing.
Yeah. Anyways, that was pretty much it. I mean, it was a pretty. If I was going to pick one scene that I'd be like, oh, that was pretty cool, I guess I'd say that one. Even though the CGI in all of this is fairly, I don't want to say it's totally lame. It's one of those things that almost looks like a TV show.
When the body fell, that would look pretty bad.
Wait,
it went
when
pretty
the body
super
hit
fast.
the floor?
Yeah, when the bodies hit the floor. Do you have that on your
No,
sound
I
clips?
wish.
Oh, come on.
Next week.
But yeah, like when he's scaling the side of the building with those magnetic suction cup things or whatever, that was pretty cool. I mean, if I was going to say a cool scene in the movie, other than the sub stuff, obviously, because we're a sub podcast, but I guess that'd have to be it.
So then they once again he gets a video call with Jessica Alba, and she kind of indicates where she is. She gives him a hint. They're like, oh shit, and so they try to escape. While Statham is able to kind of find out they're actually in Sydney as well. So he's able to go out, jump off of a helicopter nearby the boat. He uses like a little underwater, like a James Bondy type thing to get over by it. But this is the scene where he came out of the water, looked at the boat. It was going full tilt. Then he came up by the side of the boat, and I was like, how this boat is going so fast. And he's just like very nonchalantly climbing up in this boat. It's like, it's a giant boat going as fast as it can as they're trying to escape you. You aren't doing that. You would be like fucking flying on the side of that boat, unable to hold on. Anyways.
Dude. I think what you're underestimating, though, is his physical ability, Jamie.
Right.
While most of us
like
be flopping around, hanging out for dear life, he's just like,
there's so much water stuff in this that I wonder, I mean, it almost doesn't seem like it was made for the mechanic. It seems like it was like a water-based assassin movie that they then adapted back into the mechanic.
Ass water assassin.
A swatterson.
And with this as the theme song. Wow. Never mind.
Wow.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, I don't even know that was.
That was
back ass water assassin.
Let's try that again. And it's gonna play to this music. Okay.
There we go. Yeah, not too long. We don't want to get this.
Not too long.
Don't want this audio blocked.
So then he comes
That's
up on
under
the boat.
fair use.
Yeah, he comes up onto the boat, and he basically karate chops a bunch of people in the necks. They're all dying. Then he gets up to the top, and basically this is another scene where nothing actually comes to fruition. He's like, I'm going to totally rescue Jessica Alba. And in the end, it's like no, you won't. And it's like, ah, shit, he got me. It's like, you better finish that last third kill or else. And Statham's like, okay. And off he goes. And there's nothing that actually happens. He doesn't save anyone. Nothing actually occurs.
No, it's pretty much pointless. I mean, he kills, I don't know, like 30 of the guy's dudes, and he doesn't really
At least.
Yeah.
He kills like
doesn't give a
100
shit.
people. Like and these are supposed to be trained professional. Like, this is stupid. All right, keep going.
I know, dude. The main guy should have been like, I really need to reconsider my vetting process because nobody can even come close to putting up any kind of fight. Usually in a movie, there's like some giant Russian dude or something who will like really give them a run for their money, but there is literally no one.
No one.
Yeah.
So then the final target's Max Adams. He's a arms dealer in Varna, Bulgaria, played by Tommy Lee Jones, looking goddamn sweet in his sunglasses and pajamas all day long.
Dude, yeah, he does.
Earrings and all that
He looks
stuff.
like a badass.
Yeah. And he's holed up in this like old communist like a memorial thing that he retrofitted, and specifically they mention retrofitted with his babies, his favorite of all his arms dealings things, which is his submarine pen filled with submarines.
And we're like, hot damn.
Look at them
And
subs.
my favorite, and so I know I've said I've had a few favorite parts of this movie, but what I really loved here was the pieces are starting to fall into place. Jason Statham's starting to figure out what's going on. He's like, why are these people being targeted? He has this computer program where
he's like, okay, there's 4 major arm dealers.
And he has them on
killed
this
2.
computer program, and he can click on their picture, and it shows like what countries they dominate. And he's like,
what happens if I killed the 3rd one? My God, the 4th one would own everything.
I was like, this is incredible. Where'd you get this software?
Yeah.
Like,
it's a very intricate
unreal.
visualization
Microsoft.com.
situation going on. Yeah. Hey, not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. Definitely not a sponsor.
Microsoft is not a sponsor.
Please, Bill Gates, if we know you're listening.
Yeah. So, anyways, he's gonna crack a plan. So he infiltrates that. No big deal because he's the mechanic. He gets in there, and Tommy Lee Jones is like, he's like relaxed to the max. He's like, okay, I'll go into my panic room. You guys wake me up when it's gone, the danger. And he heads in there, and they're like, he's like basically like, he's already in here in my safe room. And so he's talking to Jason Statham, and Jason Statham's like basically like, you're like the 3rd arms dealer. What happens if you were number 1? And he's basically like, whoa. Tommy Lee Jones is like, whoa. If I'm the only one, I'm like the biggest. Okay, what do we got to do? He's like, first of all, fake your death. How are we going to do it? Submarines, ever heard of it? And so they head down to the submarine pen, and basically they set off an explosion, and they whisk Tommy Lee Jones off. And they're like, okay, hide out for a couple days. Don't be seen at all, because like that's how this deal is going to be. And he calls in. He's like, basically, he's dead. And Crane's like, show me the body. And he's like, how about you go check out that body? Yeah, check out the body. It's over in the submarine pen. And Crane's like, I want to do a full Steven Seagal right there. With a Cajun accent. And so anyways, they head into the submarine pen, Crane and all his like people. And there is Statham ready to chop everyone to bits. And he sets up a Home Alone Saw type scenario where he like crushes everyone with traps. Yeah.
He said it. He said it. He said Home Alone, everybody.
Yeah. And then Crane's like, oh shit. And but already Statham's heading that way. So he heads onto the boat, gets up on that boat. He's going in there. And he's, again, there's like 1 million people on this boat. May as well be 0 people. Because after Statham's done with them, they're gone. Over. End of it. And basically Crane's like, oh boy, like, this is going to be pretty tough stuff. I'm going to set this boat to explode. I'm going to get out of here. So he starts to run. He's trying to get out of here. And Statham, he runs up to him. It's basically like, not so fast. Throws like a grenade at them. And like they explode. It's basically him and Crane. They're like hand-to-hand combat, fisticuffs. And Crane is eventually subdued using a anchor of sorts. He's like tied up. And he's like, now you're going to die with me, Statham. Statham, you can't even get off this boat in time. You're going to explode. And I know you put Jessica Alba on like a little like what's it called? Like a bathysphere? You put like a little bathysphere,
Yes.
like escape pod,
Kaleidoscope.
a kaleidoscope, but you're not going to get away. And Statham's like, who says I'm getting away at all? And he runs away, and then the boat explodes. And Tommy, yeah,
not so great looking explosion.
Wait,
No,
I
all
got
the
something for that.
explosions-
I got something for that.
Do you?
Yeah. Something big, something scary, something that
Ooh.
all the people in the world would want to just scream.
That's it? Man, I thought you were going to have some.
So, anyways, basically, Tommy Lee Jones, despite being a internationally wanted criminal, is like waiting at the dock, like watching the pieces of the boat come off. Jessica Alba's like, "Did anyone survive?" And they're like, "No." And then he's like, "Yeah, the only thing that last thing we got to salvage is like this anchor port thing, like, where they put the anchor." And Tommy Lee Jones is like, "I know what happened." Anyways, Jessica Alba, she's back in Cambodia. She's like teaching children. She's like loving life, living and loving, and learning. And the kids are learning too. But she's also thinking of Statham. And then she gets up one day, and there's Statham. And we get a final scene of Tommy Lee Jones. He's watching some video, and he sees that he survived by getting into the little anchor thing. Basically having some air to breathe while he waited for them to salvage the piece of the ship. And the mechanic once again resurrected for a second time. Peace.
Okinawa. Jason Stratham. Okay.
All right. Yeah. So that's it. Do we want to do some reviews?
Kyle,
Yeah.
after all your clusterfuckery tonight, you start us off.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I do deserve that. So, I'm going to start us off then. We watched an action movie last week, which I was really impressed by. Was really impressed by the way it was directed. And so then I even watched, I don't know if you can necessarily call it an action flick, but another Tommy Lee Jones movie. I just can't get enough. The Fugitive.
Huge.
Which was amazing. If you haven't seen that and you're in for like a non-sub movie, check it out. And like the stories in both those movies were really great. And then you watch this and you're like, what the hell is going on? I said I really like the 90s action movies. And then this, it just couldn't keep me. There wasn't enough depth. There wasn't anything here. Like you look at like modern action movies, and one of my favorite just sets of movies altogether is John Wick movies. I think those are incredible. And did you ever finish the third one, by the way?
Not yet.
All right, get on it.
Soon.
Okay. And so I didn't know what to expect. I mean, I know Jason Statham is kind of just this, I'm not trying to belittle him or whatever, but he's just kind of this like action star guy. He's not really known for doing a lot of different things, right? Would you call him the Seagal now? I don't know.
Yes.
No, I wouldn't call him a skull.
No? Okay.
You're right. He's less than Seagal.
Whoa. Savage. Who do you think would win in a fight? Seagal or Jason Statham?
Jason.
Yeah.
Because he would shoot him.
Now. Oh, good call. Good call. So I don't know. Overall, I really wasn't impressed with the movie. There were a couple good things I thought, but there's just so many things that we talked about that are just so bizarre and stupid. Like swimming like a dolphin, and I don't get it. I haven't seen the first one. Maybe that is just like, what the heck's going on? But I'm going to give this... Man, what did I give? I gave Under Siege a 9, rightfully so. I'm gonna give this like a 2.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, I was not a super fan Also, we weren't really ever in a sub. The only thing that happened was a grenade was thrown into one, and we did have the small arms fight in a submarine pen, which was fun. But ultimately, I don't know. It's just not for me.
I'm going to jump in. Number 2. It's kind of funny because I think when I watched this in theaters for badmovietwins.com, that would be badmovietwins.com. I think I kind of mentioned in my review of it, like, it's exactly what I want out of a BMT film. It's like big and stupid and dumb and stupid and dumb. And like all of it makes no sense and it's idiotic. Super bad movie. That being said, there is merit to that and fun to that. You know, you watch him basically like put shark repellent all over his body and dive into the water and then, you know, drill a hole in a swimming pool and kill someone that way and then head to a submarine pen where he's going to have a firefight with a bunch of assassins. Like, you describe all those series of events and there is some fun to be had in that, despite it being complete nonsense. So I was also going to come in quite low, but not quite as low as maybe Kyle, because I do think this has got a Steel Sharks-esque type kind of fun aspect to it that I can latch onto and always carry with me.
No coin.
That's true. He has no coin, and I can't make up. And submarines don't play as big of a role. So I was going to come in the same amount, 3.5, but maybe I should come in a 3. Maybe I should come in a 3. No, 3.5. I don't care. Whatever you say, Kyle. Get out my face. Get out my face, Kyle.
All right,
3.5.
man. It's okay.
Kyle trying to
Shake the scores.
Yeah, shake the scores.
Yeah.
He's got to have some money on this somewhere.
I might.
Okay.
Embers Astern and I are having a few little bets here, so we've got about $100,000 riding on your vote now.
So what do we got? We got what, a 2 and a 3.5?
Yeah, it's not looking great.
All right, storyteller action. You guys hear that?
Nope.
No.
You hear that?
Yes.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do I sound clear with this storyteller action?
Kind of.
I don't sound like a crazy maniac, though. Oop.
I don't sound like a crazy maniac, do I, though?
No, not at all.
Good. So, Mechanic Resurrection. This was an epic story of Jason Statham, and he was fighting. He was America's guy. He was fighting the fight, right? He was doing what he needed to do to save the girl. This is something we've never seen before in any movie ever, where the white male, has to save the female character by killing other white men. And it was just, that's literally the entire movie. And yet, what the twist is that he would work together with one of those white men, Ali, not Muhammad, but Tommy Lee Jones. And it was just what we always wanted to see. I remember one night next to a fire, and Kyle and Jen were saying how I just really wish we could see Tommy Lee and Jason Statham together in a movie, working together to take down the one, the only, the bad mother. And we saw it. We saw it with this movie. But was it good? Did we learn anything? Hell no. This movie's bad.
I'm gonna cut the music because the movie's bad. It's not good, right? Like, we see Jason in a lot of movies, and he's playing the same freaking guy, and he's always rescuing a girl. Jessica Alba. I mean, my God, what the hell do we know Jessica Alba from other just romantic coms in other movies? Seriously.
Dark Angel?
Doing? Yeah, there we go. TV shows.
What was that one called? The comic book movie? Sin City.
Sin City, which was good, but not because of her, because of Bruce Willis. Now, anyways, not a good movie. But I will give it this. That pool scene was lit. Like, that was pretty cool. Him going up the side of the skyscraper, drilling that hole and dropping that guy out. That was pretty cool. That was unique. There's a reason why they used that in all the trailers, because that was the only good thing in the entire movie. Other than that, not a good movie. Not great. Not good sub-action. Really not good sub-action. I'm talking like that kind of sub-action. And I'm serious when I say that. That kind of sub-action. But could there have been a twist at the end? No, there wasn't. So that makes it even worse. So Kyle gave it a 2. Jamie gave it a 3.5. I'm going to guess Alex gave it a 10. I'm going to guess Ben would have given it a 1.
Right.
And I'm going to come in the middle and give it... Would I see this? Would I ever watch this movie again? That's right. I'm watching Kong versus Godzilla instead. Give this a 1. Go watch Kong versus Godzilla. Boom. There it is.
Goddamn 1.
Woo! A 1.
There it is.
Now,
don't see it. Don't watch it. Watch Godzilla versus Kong.
I agree with that. No one should actually watch this. But if you're going to watch something dumb and stupid and big and dumb.
What?
What? Watch this.
Oh, man. I can't wait for that. I know that's really hypocritical of me, because how many times do I just shit all over CGI like only movies? But I just am so excited for Kong vs. Godzilla. I haven't seen it yet.
Kyle? Oh my god.
Not yet.
Just wait a minute. Just that's you.
I know. Look. I'm going Saturday.
What do you mean you're going Saturday? It's on HBO Max right now.
Sure. We could watch it Saturday. We could watch it together.
Well, maybe. Do you want to? I was thinking about seeing this in IMAX, man.
Oh, well.
I saw it already. I watched it on HBO Max because I'm a true fan, and it was kick ass. And I'm going to spoil it. They all die at the end.
Anyways, so should we? Zach, do you have Love It or Hate It?
You're right. This is getting silly. Love it, hate it, kick it.
Do.
Do we not have music?
Love it, hate it, living it up.
We're not screwing around with that tonight.
We're not doing that tonight? All right, I got it. Don't worry.
I can't do it.
It's okay.
You want me to try it?
I got it.
Nope.
I got
Let's
something.
Do it.
Yes. I love it. No. I hate it.
Okay. All right, let's hit it. All right. This is Love It, Hate It. This is new. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is good.
Excellent. What do you guys want to hear first?
Hate it.
You want to hear Hate It?
Hate it, baby.
All right, here we go. This comes from my guy, Kicker Maui, September 15th, 2016. Cheesy like hell, terrible. The 1 star because the first 5 minutes of the movie are good. After that comes the cheesy and extremely predictable lines. You feel like you're literally gonna throw up? Who eats those lines? I'm going to make sure not to watch anything Ford has directed this again. He probably said to himself, I just want a stupid movie, as people are too dumb to notice. Jessica Alba was good and very hot.
I guarantee the director did not think that to himself.
She was, I think, the least cheesy element and the most talented in this awful excuse of a movie. It's movies like this that justify piracy. Oh, Jason does not get a single punch landed. Maybe one in the whole movie. It's no surprise that he will battle scores of people, but he is too perfect to get a scratch.
No.
Even Superman got some good realistic beating last I saw. 1 out of 10.
Oh. I mean,
that was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I'm just
that was
going to
great.
come out and say that. That was amazing. Really like that.
Hope everyone heard it.
I think they did.
Good.
All right. And
This justifies
love it.
Okay. All right. Here's Love It.
Feels like a party up in here. My guy. I'm a Paul. Paul spelled P-U-A-L. August 30th, 2016. Not too, just a little bit before the other guy. Loved it. I'm gonna give my 100% review on this excellent movie. First off, at the beginning of the movie, where he starts out in a boat, was my opinion that most awesomeness start off in such a excellent film when the main character, Jason Statham, or Arthur Bishop, flees to an island in Brazil was the most shocking / beautiful place ever. I loved how when the camera zooms all the way out and you get in view of the palm trees, the beaches, and the most stunning blue water. I was so glued to this movie that I forgot to eat all my popcorn. And that is unusual for me because I run out of popcorn when the trailers are done playing.
I see. So wait, I'm confused though. Follow-up question.
Cut it.
Sorry. If he always runs out of his popcorn before the trailers, isn't that more of an indictment of the trailers than the actual movie we're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Jamie,
we need.
Hold on.
What do you got?
Write a rebuttal. Rebuttal him online.
Rebuttal it.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Online? Oh.
He normally finishes popcorn before the trailers. And he said, I was so riveted that I didn't even finish my popcorn during the movie. But wouldn't that mean that he was already out of the ordinary when the movie started?
That's true. So what we're saying is that I'm a Paul. Listen, if you're hearing this right now, come to the podcast. Explain yourself. We can do a redo.
Yeah, and I also will say it's a good voice modulation you chose for that one because that was clearly written by a robot.
Well, no,
AKA a bot.
I got one more sentence.
Okay, go ahead.
I would 100% recommend this movie to friends and family. Boom, loved it. 10 out of 10.
That's it.
All right. Well.
Wow. That's clutch.
Well, I loved that. I didn't hate it. Anyways, should I get into there's a couple trivia?
Yes.
Yeah. So
is it about him being a diver?
No, but it is trivia. He was a Olympic. Well, I wouldn't say he was actually in the Olympics, but he was an Olympic level diver, training for the Olympics. What I will say is the reason why was not because of the diving scene. It was not because of canoodling with Jessica Alba. Basically, this followed him playing some supporting roles in The Expendables 3, Furious 7, and Spy, and he decided to give his fans a little starring performance again. So he chose to do
I'm going to say, like, him in the Furious movies, I haven't seen Hobbs and Shaw yet. I have not. But, like, Fate of the Furious and Furious 7, I think he does a great job in those.
As a side character, yes, he does.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, he's not the main guy.
No, he's not the lead guy. The Rock's going to trumpet. Vin is going to trumpet, but he's a good side guy.
Right. Especially a good compliment to The Rock. I don't know. I think it's so fun. Although I think you see all those fight scenes or whatever, I'm like, I think The Rock would really demolish him, but I don't know.
The Rock would.
There's something to be said for Speed. So
the movie?
Starring
it's a good
Keanu
movie.
Reeves or what?
Do you want me to get the VHS? I have
it. So anyways, Tommy Lee Jones is third billed, but does not appear until an hour and 11 minutes into the movie. So it's like kind of a little note for that one. And then another fun kind of set of trivia here was some connections to Under Siege. So the last line of the movie is "Bang, you're dead," which is a callback to the original Mechanic, where that was on the note that was left for the apprentice that he had, but is also a line said by Tommy Lee Jones in Under Siege. Bang, you're dead.
How do I not even remember that?
And
like
Krill,
that was just last week.
The first target's name is Krill in this movie. And obviously, Commander Krill, bad guy in Under Siege.
Oh, yes.
And then I'm going to find, I think there was one other thing the goofs. Yeah, so first of all, just connections, references and stuff like that. There's a bunch of connections to James Bond in this, and there was some kind of things in the trivia kind of talking about how they kind of wanted to make this, the mechanic, the hope was to kind of hopefully turn into something like James Bond. So The Spy Who Loved Me, there's a hidden submarine pen and a battle sequence with a mini spherical escape pod in The Spy Who Loved Me. That kind of is a callback in this movie. And then Moonraker, cable car fight in Rio de Janeiro is in that movie, Moonraker. So they were trying to make some kind of connections to that. But then I was looking through some of the goofs and stuff like that. I do find sometimes goofs in these movies are really funny because it's people who are like super specific on things they care about. So here's one. Bishop apparently takes very good care of his vinyl record albums, using a clamp for stability and a cloth for the dust. Yet, when he takes the record out of the album, he touches the grooves with his fingers, which an audiophile would never do. They handle a record by the center label and the very edge so as not to get finger oils into the grooves. All right?
Okay.
Right.
Fair enough. Dude,
then,
he also doesn't really care about the records because he just blows them up like a few minutes later.
And then Phantom Zone. Do we want to hit it?
Engage the Phantom.
Phantom's engaged, sir.
This is obviously
now Jamie.
No big
Jamie, just because like we do this every once in a while because maybe we have new people listening. What are we doing with the Phantom Zone? I know you're probably like, just go back and listen, but
yeah,
this is like 137 episodes in. So
Kyle, I need to tell you to just shut the.
Yeah.
I like that.
So anyways, Phantom Zone is we can connect any movie back to Phantom, starring David Duchovny and Ed Harris, through other submarine movies. So an example would be The Abyss, starring Ed Harris, is connected to Phantom through Ed Harris himself. This one's very easy because we obviously have connected this already from Under Siege. So Under Siege would be one we could go through Gary Busey, for example, to Steel Sharks, which is a movie that everyone knows, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Eventually you get back to Phantom and you say, check, check, check. So it's not really a big deal for this one, but I also hear note, because like most movies have some connection to Ed Harris. He's like a major motion picture star and like makes blockbusters all day and is somehow has been connected to a lot of these movies in the past. And this one's no different. At some point, so this was based off Mechanic series, was a remake of a 70s film starring Charles Bronson. Ed Harris was supposed to remake it in the 90s as well. Yep. And he would have played the mechanic. But it all fell through when he also insisted in playing his own apprentice. Yeah, and he said that basically it would be him, and they'd use old person makeup. So the mechanic would be 70 years old. But then they'd use young person makeup because the apprentice was going to be 15 years old, even though Ed Harris was in his 40s. And so, like, they were like, this is too much, because he basically said, Nutty Professor me. That's what he said to him. Nutty Professor me. I want to play all the characters.
Okay,
and they said,
I got to cut in. I got to cut in.
What?
I've got to cut in about Nutty Professor.
So sorry to interrupt.
So when I was a kid, I was watching that, and my parents made me stop watching it because of Eddie Murphy's humor when he got from fat to thin, and he kept lifting his pants out, and he was just like, I can't see it, my ding-a-ling, stuff like that. They turned it off. I wasn't allowed to watch it. I had to watch Barney instead.
Is that for real?
Yeah, that happened.
You want me to talk to Doug about this? Did you ever get to finish it?
The Nutty Professor?
Yeah.
No, I've never finished it.
Wait, you're telling me you've never seen The Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps?
Dude, I missed it.
All right. Do you remember? Let's talk about the Nutty Professor in a little bit, because I think one of our buddies, Eric, he brought this up. There's a scene at the end of that movie. I think it's this movie.
Don't tell me it was a sub.
No, dude, with the hamster. You remember that?
Yeah.
Have you? Zach, have you legitimately not seen this
No,
movie?
I swear.
Wait,
What I
the
just told was the
hamster-
truth. I watched like
hamster
the
has-
first 45 minutes and they turned it off. And I've
Yeah,
never seen
the hamster becomes a giant mutant hamster.
Massive.
And
then it
proceeds
shoots
to-
shit pellets
Yep.
No.
out of its ass. Yeah, like a gun. And then it proceeds to mount a man
There's no
in the
way.
middle.
Yep.
Not making this up. I'm going to send you the
He has
scene.
sex
You're gonna
with,
be like,
with a human
Okay.
man.
So what you're telling me is that my parents did the right thing and turned this movie off.
yeah, there's a reason I am the way I am because I got to finish this movie.
All right. Quickly, do you guys want to do a quick Jeopardy?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So these are actors and their roles. So this should be fun. And I tried to find the very first time that Tommy Lee Jones was a clue in Jeopardy. So that would have been November 6th, 1989, according to J Archive. So potentially it's earlier ones, but I don't know how far back they go in terms of actually archiving questions and answers. Anyways, actors and their roles, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Zach, what do you want?
Give me that sweet random.
Okay, 300. He was Geraldine Page's sweetie in both the Broadway and film versions of Sweet Bird of Youth.
He was, so I'm naming an actor?
He was Geraldine Page's sweetie in both the Broadway and film versions of Sweet Bird of Youth.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Incorrect. Kyle, you want to steal?
I have literally no idea.
It is Paul Newman of salad dressing fame. All right, Kyle, what do you want? 100, 200, 400, 500.
Salad dressing. Give me 100. I just want to get on the board here.
Oh, it's 1989, so trust me, you guys will not be getting on the board. In 1935, a young Vincent Price played this royal role on Broadway in Victoria Regina.
Kyle ain't getting this.
In
Where's
1935,
Queen Victoria.
he did not. Vincent Price did not play Queen Victoria. He played Prince Albert. Prince
What
Albert.
am I, an idiot?
All right, Zachary, 200, 400, 500.
Give me that sweet 500.
He starred in Doc on TV and Da on Broadway and in this 1988 film.
Line.
He starred in Doc on TV and Da on Broadway and in this 1988 film.
What? I have no idea.
Kyle, you want to steal?
Doc and Da.
Yep.
Who is
Golden Girls.
Patrick Dempsey?
His name is Barnard Hughes, famed actor Barnard Hughes. All right. Kyle, 200 or 400?
Give me the 200. My word. This is
Kathleen,
rough.
Kathleen Turner played the Passion in Crimes of Passion, and he played the Psycho. Kathleen Turner played the Passion in Crimes of Passion, and he
played the Psycho. Gosh, dude, who is Anthony Perkins?
It is Anthony Perkins, correct?
What? Dude. He was in a sub movie we watched.
Kyle Smith.
And that's why I know that.
All right.
Nice
and
job.
$400 a buzzing when you know it. This polo playing Harvard grad played Loretta Lynn's husband in Coal Miner's Daughter. This polo playing Harvard grad played Loretta Lynn's husband in Coal Miner's Daughter. Do you guys want a hint?
Dada. Yes, please.
Remember, I chose this because this was the first time Tommy Lee Jones was an answer in Jeopardy.
Buzz.
Kyle, what is
Buzz.
it?
Who is Tommy Lee Jones?
Nailed it.
Boo.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That's
what I got.
I can't believe I remembered that dude's name.
Yeah, I'm amazed. I thought for sure no one was going to get any points because when you go back to the early ones, it goes off the chain.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Dude, now we do a lot of Jeopardy and all that type of stuff, and this probably isn't, great podcasting as, you and I both live in Minnesota, but I am a Green Bay fan, and Aaron Rodgers has been hosting. And so I've wanted to watch, and my parents were like, have you been watching? I said, no, because we don't really get Jeopardy here. And they're like, what do you mean you don't get Jeopardy?
early.
And I said, Yeah, and so I was looking it up because like I never see it's on. You know when it plays, Zach? When do you think Jeopardy would play?
Like where's in a time that you don't see it?
Well, when's it normally play for you? Is it like 6
Jeopardy's
o'clock?
like 7 o'clock, 7 or 7:30. Yeah,
because it usually goes like Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, or Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, right?
Yeah.
Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy.
Yeah.
What time? What time do you think it plays here?
I mean, I would normally think an hour or two before my time here, but my guess is that it's something outrageous. I'm going to just say 6 a.m.
Well, all right, not that early. You could watch it if it was at 6 a.m. This
sure.
plays at 3:30 in the afternoon.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's hard to watch here.
Still,
I guess I could record
watch
it.
my soaps, guys. I'm still watching my soaps.
Right.
I know. It's crazy. It's like Wheel of Fortune every night, 6:30, and Jeopardy, forget about it. Ain't nobody going to watch that.
Dude, crazy.
They're dumbing us down out here.
It's working.
All right, Kyle, do you have something?
Just look at me.
You have something tonight?
I don't. I feel like a piece of trash if it totally screwed up the stream earlier, and then I will get better. I promise. We have bowling wrapping up, so I'm going to have a little bit more time on my hands to really get back into.
Don't worry. I got you, Kyle.
Some subs. I knew you had a ton of stuff tonight. You said you did, so I was like, you go for it. You said you even got news for us?
Dude, I got all sorts of shit. Let's just start going crazy.
Ooh, look at that.
This is what we're doing.
I like that.
What do you guys want to hear? Do we want to hear Ben's top 10 action hero heights and guesses or submarine news?
Dude, I thought he was going to do like top 10 mechanics in some state or some bullshit.
Well, maybe he was, but he ain't here. So I got Ben's top 10 action hero heights and guesses or submarine news.
Submarine news first.
Submarine news. All right, so we need to listen to some epic. You guys hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
What voice are you going to use for this?
Oh, no voice. Just, you know what? Okay, I'll do a voice.
Everybody's calling for sub news right now.
I'll do a voice.
Okay. What kind of voice do we want to hear? Maybe. What do we think about this? No, it's hard to hear.
Don't like it.
Yep. Get rid of
That's
that.
weird.
Maybe don't even just do the
No voice. Clean. We're keeping it clean. But with the intense music. Now, this is actually big news, boys. This comes from April 7th, 2021, from thedefensepost.com. Russia to deploy submarine armed with nuclear drone in the Pacific. No shit. I'm not even joking. This ain't bullshit. The soon-to-be commissioned vessel can carry out missions anywhere, Russian state media wrote. So we're talking nuclear submarine, soon-to-be commissioned vessel designed to carry Poseidon underwater nuclear drones. It has the capability to carry out missions in any part of the world. Okay, the TASSS had earlier reported that trials on the submarine would take place beginning in May of this year, but it's not officially confirmed. It's the world's longest submarine. We're talking 184 meters, 603 feet long.
Wow.
It will be the world's largest submarine once it is commissioned. 9 meters longer than the current longest, which is a Typhoon class submarine.
Typhoon.
Yeah. Its displacement is 10,000 tons, while it can travel up to 30 to 32 knots. Okay? The submarine's maximum immersion depth is 500 meters, which comes out to 1,640 feet. It can run autonomously for up to 120 days and has crew capacity for 100 sailors. It can carry 6 doomsday drones, ladies and gentlemen. It can carry 6 autonomous Poseidon torpedoes, dubbed the Doomsday drone. The Poseidon has a range of 1,000 kilometers, 620 miles. It can carry a nuclear warhead with a yield of up to 100 megatons to most parts of the world while remaining immersed 1,000 meters or 3,300 feet beneath the surface. Think about that. Think about what I just said.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Do you remember that weapon? We talked about that in episode 15 with I know it's crazy, but that the Poseidon is the missile that's supposed to they allege it can create a 1,500 foot tidal wave.
So to reference that, Kyle, Poseidon was mentioned by Russian President Vladimir Putin back in 2018 as one of the country's 6 super weapons developed in response to the American Missile Defense Program.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, smoke them if you got them.
Love it.
I do love the music.
That's
with
the
that
news.
One. It's
That's the
pretty
news. I mean, that's intense news. That came from
That is
yesterday.
intense
That came
news.
from yesterday.
I wondered, like, where they. It's got to be math calculations, right? Where they came up with that, because if they were testing it and created a 1,500 foot wave, somebody would know about it. Like, I don't care where you're doing it, somebody would notice. There'd be a huge displacement of water. But
Wait, we
that's
had some
wild.
interesting stuff going on in chat. Kyle, I don't know. Do you want to shout out to any of our guys talking right now?
yeah, so we got Stern, and now we got Dub Kamikaze up in there.
Well, but we're talking about Dub.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were like giving me some signals.
Oh, no.
What are you doing?
No. But just saying, Dub, very on the USS Marlin about 6 months ago. There we go. Okay. What's next?
Is that all you had for the shout-outs chat? All right, and then you said you had Brahms top.
Heights and-
how
heights
the
and
heck
guesses?
was that?
Are we doing Ben's top 10 action hero heights and guesses?
Oh yeah, I'd love this. Let's do it.
Should we count it down?
Count it. Okay. So let's get some solid that wasn't that good. But
It was okay, but
we-
yeah, not that great.
did we want some sort of a music to play or not?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Backgrounds. We're gonna get something. We're gonna get
Okay.
some caves.
Mm.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. And the cave.
In the cave? Good. So this is the Ben's top.
Sounds moist, is what Stern saying. It does.
This is Ben's top 10 action hero heights and guesses. Now I'm going to leave it up to you two. How do you want to play this game? Do you want to guess the actor based on the height number I give, or vice versa?
All right.
Vice
No,
versa.
vice versa. My God.
Okay. Do you want to start with number 1, or do you want to start with number 10?
Number 10.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Okay, then you're starting with the best for last, or first in this case. So what do I say? Do I say the actor's name and then you're going to guess the height?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, boys, Jamie, this is your guy.
Fly?
Ed Harris.
Oh. Kyle, what do you think? I think we're just going to team up on this guy. Do you think Ed Harris?
I'm going to say
clips
probably
this?
like 5'9".
Oh, no way.
10.
I think he's high. I think he's taller than that.
Nope. There's no way, dude. Many actors are shorter than we imagine.
I bet he's 5'11".
I'm going to say 5. I might even want to say 5'7", but
Wow.
that seems low.
All right, what is it, Zach?
And what's the guess? So what was the guesses, Kyle?
Hold on. I'll go 5. I'll go 5'9".
Jamie?
5'11".
Dude, we just struck some lightning with Kyle 5'9".
Oh, wow.
Boom! Look at that.
All right, here we go. All right. Next, number 9, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He's taller, right?
What do you guys think?
6'1".
Yeah, I think probably I'll go a little higher. 6'2". Let's do 6'2".
So 6'1" and 6'2"?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have more lightning striking, but this time with Jamie, 6'2".
Whoa!
There we
All right, number 8, we've got action superstar. Everybody loves him. Kyle, your guy, Jason Momoa.
Oh.
My guy? All right. Okay. Whatever. Now, I think he's a pretty big dude.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
I'd say he's probably like 6'4".
I'm going to come in with Kyle, 6'4".
6'4"? Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't been struck, now you're double struck.
Are you serious?
6'4".
To be fair, this is all not true. It'd be hilarious if he's just making this up, where each time he's like, yeah.
Dub guessed 5'1" on Jason Momoa. That's a little rough, but
no, you guys are killing it.
difference.
Seriously, one of you have gotten it every time. All right,
I don't understand this at all. I don't know how this is working.
Here comes the money one. Number 7. Kyle, again, it's your guy.
Sure.
Mr. KR. Keanu Reeves.
Oh,
man.
he's like a normal guy, normal dude.
He is normal.
What's a normal
Probably
guy
like
look like?
He's probably like 5. He's probably like 5'10".
I was going to guess 5'10" as well. 5'10". No, that's wrong. He's taller, isn't he?
Seriously, on Keanu Reeves?
Isn't he tall? He's taller, right?
6'1".
He's 6'1"?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, it's okay. Here's your redemption question. This is the wild card. Okay. And this isn't, maybe not all these are technically action stars, but you know what? If you're listening, you're here for a reason, and that's to hear this. Sinbad.
Sinbad of action star fame
Wild
from
card.
Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the
Wild
Way,
card.
action star, yeah. He's tall. I think he's a tall guy as well.
Yeah, I think
really
he's a
tall,
tall guy,
actually.
too.
Yeah.
So, like, Schwarzenegger was 6'2".
Yeah.
I'm really trying to remember that movie. It's been so long. I just remember him in that, like, a brain suit. I'll go 6'4" on him.
I was also going to go 6'4". 6'4".
All right, then in the chat, Stern saying 6'3", and Kamikaze saying
It doesn't matter.
5'8".
Chat's wrong. I can say it because, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you two are both right.
Yeah. Sinbad's a tall guy. And I gotta say,
6'4".
if there's someone I know Sinbad. All right.
I didn't realize we had so many Sinbad fans in the room.
Right.
Oh yeah, dude, we are Sinbad.
All right, let's bounce up to number 5.
Mad about bad. That's what I always say.
That's what I'm saying. Oh,
Jamie, your guy, Denzel.
Oh, Denzel.
How tall is that?
Ooh.
Actor.
6'1". That's my guess.
I'm gonna come in and just say 6 foot. I was debating between 5'11" and 6 foot, like crazy.
We got some guesses in the chat. Good guesses. Jamie, what was your guess again?
6'1".
Dude, that's right. That's lightning.
Wow.
You guys are killing this.
Pretty good.
All right, Kyle, we're going to change the music for your guy.
Ooh.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Some lost.
Sounds like I'm in
It's like a wind.
on a mountain pass or something.
Yeah, some lost.
in a windy cave.
Some lost souls.
Oh, okay.
Your guy, Nicolas Cage.
Oh man.
How tall is Nicolas Cage?
Nicky Cage.
Oh man. Initial thought is like 6'2", but I didn't know that's not the case. I want to say 5'11".
Yeah, 5'11's my guess as well.
So we got 5'11", 6'2", 5'9" in the chat. You both said 5'11".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, we should end the podcast right now.
Seriously?
Nobody got it. 6 foot.
Yeah.
Even. Should have known he's so even keeled.
Yeah. All right, everybody. It's redemption time. Redemption time.
What number is this one?
This music sucks. This is terrible. Yeah.
God, this is
like a cafe or something.
Yeah, it is.
We're like sitting there just chit chatting.
No, here's some. Ooh, romantic Paris. Oh. Okay. Number 3. Okay. We're almost at the end, ladies and gentlemen.
Because there's two I've been waiting for.
Well, this is my guy, The Rock.
Okay.
Ooh,
he's tall. Big guy.
Monster of a man.
He's a monstrous man.
6'3".
6'5". That's my guess.
Whoops. That's Jamie with 6'5".
He's 6'5".
He's huge.
He's huge.
Gigantic. He's like a literal monster. Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know. All
6'5".
right, because he is effing jacked.
Yeah.
And 6'5".
Have you seen the picture going viral of his thighs lately?
I saw. Yeah,
Dude,
it's just like
it could crush your
crazy.
head. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, number 2. We got to finish this up. Number 2. Our action hero star from those lovable Mission Impossible films.
Yeah.
Where does Tom Cruise land?
He's short.
He's short, real short.
I want to say like
with or without the lifts. What are we saying?
No lifts.
I want to say 5. I'm going to agree with Stern here. I'm going to say 5'4".
Wow, that's really short. I'm probably gonna go a little taller than that. I will say if we're talking Night and Day, where he co-starred with Cameron Diaz, those lifts put him up to 6'2" probably. But minus the lifts, just regular height, I'm gonna go 5'6", 5'6".
Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a winner in the chat. Shout out to Bagel. 5'7". 5'7".
That was my original guess, but then you guessed
Is
so
Danny
low,
DeVito
Kyle.
on here?
No,
No,
we're
he's not
action
an
stars.
star. What are you,
The last
stupid?
one's got to
Yes,
be
he is.
Sly. Sly is the last one. Sly is the last entry.
You know, I was
Right?
going to include it, but
Probably
I
Mel
wanted to
Gibson.
throw a curveball. Because it's Jason, dude. It's Jason. It's
Ah.
the guy of the movie.
He's pretty normal size. Well, I'm going to
How
say 6 foot.
tall is Jason Statham?
5'8".
6 foot.
Stern and I are like on the same wavelength right now.
That's misses for both of you. I'm cutting the music. I'm not even going to tell you the answer.
Ah, okay.
All right.
Well,
Wow.
no,
Can you-
guys, I'm screwing with you. It's 5'10". 5'10".
Can you quickly
5'10".
look up Sly Stallone's height?
Yeah, I was going to include him. I really
I think
was,
he's.
but then
I
I
think
thought
he's
it'd be
like
better to
5
include
foot.
Sinbad.
I think he might be like 5'9" or something.
What do you? Is
he's
that
like-
your guess?
Really?
Yeah, something like that, right?
Kyle, what's yours, real quick?
I think he's bigger. I want to say he's probably like 6
Wrong.
foot at least.
5'10".
Yeah, 5'10".
5'10".
Really?
He's short. Yeah, he's a short guy. There's all kinds of. I mean, he's one of those classic action heroes where it was a lot of like with Tom Cruise, where it's like, was he standing
Forced
on a box?
perspective.
Yeah, forced
He's
perspective.
standing on a box.
Yeah. All right. And does that lead us straight into Zachary facts?
Wow, I'm talking way too much this episode. Does it? Do you guys not have anything?
No, this is all you, Zachary facts.
All right. Hit it, boys.
Zach Facts, it's Zach Facts. When you're going down, get some Zach Facts when you're going down.
Well, we got to have some fun with this one, right? Crank it.
Crank it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll turn the voice changer off. But we got to start this off with.
Oh, here we go.
All right, in traditional Zach Fact fashion, let's take some guesses. What do we think? Over under being 2. I'm going to say 2. Over under 2.
You got to go with a half number though, right? So
2.5.
2.5.
2.5.
That seems
Over.
really
Yeah.
low. I'm going to go over as well. I think there's at least 3, but he did do a lot. He has done a lot. So for the sake of being devil's advocate, I'll go under.
Jamie, what was yours?
Over.
Over. Let's hit it and get it. It's a late one tonight. Okay, fact number 1. Tommy Lee Jones only agreed to do this film if it had his lifelong goal, which was to play a character who wears sunglasses a lot. Oddly enough, he had the same quote for Men in Black.
Makes sense, yeah. I actually was racking my brain. I was like, was there another movie where he was wearing sunglasses a lot? But yeah, obviously Men in Black.
He was
right.
wearing them a lot and Under Siege too, wasn't
Yeah, he kind of
Yeah.
was. Yeah. He likes to wear his sunglasses at night.
There it is.
Okay. Fact number 2. Guys, you remember this. Episode 69. That good old... How do you pronounce it? Brazers? Nobody want to correct me? They made a movie called Mechanic Inside Me, starring Jason Strap-on.
Oh my God.
Jessica Anus.
Good. Yeah.
and Tommy Lee Jerkoff.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Tommy Lee
Wow.
Jones isn't becoming Tommy Lee Bones?
Well, and I also thought it was going to be Mechanic Erection,
Right,
but you
yeah.
didn't go that way. That's just too easy.
That
That's
was even a
low-hanging
joke.
fruit.
I said it before we started recording, that they should have called this Mechanic Erection, because that's how much I liked it.
Yeah.
I don't change my material. I don't change.
Tommy Lee Bones, though. Tommy Lee
Jerkoff is pretty good too.
All right. Well, we're going to just hop right on to number 3.
Oh, I'm out.
You're out. So the pool scene, if you guys remember that, the pool scene where Jason pretty much broke the pool and the guy fell through and died. The pool scene, if you remember this one, it was the pool scene and the pool scene was shot. It was shot in one take. However, no one on the streets knew about it.
Streets with a Z. No one on the streets.
Talk about getting wet.
But no.
And because it's a crazy night, we're going to have 4 facts. Here comes the 4th one.
Oh,
Here comes the 4th
man.
one. Final. The finale. The finale. Oh, no! I know, but it is. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a prequel in development that takes place 25 years earlier in the Mechanic timeline. And it's called Pizza Boy. And it stars Michael Cera.
That'd be good.
I like the having boo your own section. You control that.
That's it. There it is.
Oh my God.
There it is.
That's it? There it is. Wow. Well, on that note.
What's next, Kyle? What's next week?
Dude.
Next week?
Next week? Next week? You want to know what next week is? Thank you for listening to Submersion. Don't forget to subscribe for new episodes every Thursday. If you like what you heard, please leave us a rating wherever you listen. Want to interact with us? Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We also love to get messages from all of you. If you have a suggestion, a comment, or just anything you'd like to share, please email us at macestudios@gmail.com.